think that adoptees have a very unique sense of, as well as a struggle with identity. There is sort of a commitment to authenticity that a lot of people might not even realize that they're missing in their own lives. A real sense of self, even in the crisis of self, and seeking it sometimes no matter how that might hurt, but just the importance of knowing, as well as the strength of protecting oneself from potentially harmful information. I know that a lot of adoptees have a sense of profound independence and self sustainability. That's because a lot of adoptees have lacked a sense of community. I think that we are more inclined to build it around us and bring people together to sort of satisfy that.
My personal strengths are empathy and compassion. And I do know that these grow from being an adoptee. To be an adoptee and then to come into the understanding of what that means and what you have experienced can create the empathy and compassion that may not have been there if you didn't realize or have gone through that experience.
Compassion, without question. I do not know a single adoptee who's not an incredibly compassionate person, because I think we get suffering in ways that people don't understand we do.
I would say the empathy and the compassion, because that is one of the strengths that we have, is the ability to see each other, to validate the experience, and to let people know that they're not alone. I feel like adoptees are very sensitive to making sure that others feel included, because that feeling of feeling othered, it just doesn't go away. I think one of the really unique pieces of it as well is that in a positive way, I think we're in tune to things and hurts with others that others may be experiencing, that's a positive thing. In a positive way, it makes us more aware of relating to others as well, and that people, really might be having a bad day. And we understand that, because some days can be kind of hard.
There is so much resilience in the adoptee community because there can be such a diverse array of experiences that people survive these experiences, both in adoption and their attempt at reunion, and that they press on when they start to learn the truth about why they were placed for adoption. When you grow up in your own family, you don't have to ask questions about why I don't look like you and why, where is my birth family and all of this other stuff. But you grow up with the resilience of accepting that this is your story. So that sort of resilience and bravery and strength of saying, I accept that I'm adopted and I'm either going to search or not, or whatever your choice is, and stand strong in that, is incredibly powerful. And for those who do actually go on the journey to try to find someone, it can be so challenging.
I have a greater sense of empathy, a very deep sense of empathy for people that are different. Because I was raised transracially in a white home, I've always been different from the day I was born. And so I do feel like I have a greater sense of empathy for people that are different. Another strength is building community. Because I grew up isolated from adoptee community, I've been able to build that not only for our community, but also for myself. I would say that being in community, learning that we're all very resilient and that we can have these pasts, we can have these identities, we can have trauma, but as we come together as a community, we are very resilient as educators, as therapists, as artists, and we're all very resilient. And I think a lot of the work, when I see our community come together, I see a lot of our work is rooted in our experiences. And I think that's really unique and powerful. I think we can empower one another just by being in the same room. We are not all damaged and we are not all angry. We are resilient, and we have the power to own our own narratives, have our own conversations, change the way that the world sees us, and invite the world, honestly, into our lives in a way that is safe and allows the learning, deeper learning.
I think one of the superpowers of adoptees is truly this resilience to endure all of these different scenarios and many more that I haven't even named.